Hi, everyone. Happy almost spring, I think it is.
Yes, it is.
I feel like I'm getting ready for Easter, and you know what that means. Christmas is coming,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Hey. So I just wanted to pop on today and say hello. And we're here again with our dedicated rep, Shannon from Viking, who has been just an incredible partner to our group. For those of you who don't know me, and our group does grow exponentially, so there may be many of you that don't. My name is Sally, and I am the moderator and the administrator and the creator of the Magical Christmas Markets group. And again, if you haven't seen us before, Viking is an incredible partner for us, and they are coming to the table again in March to bring us some awesome information. So, without further ado, let me introduce our dedicated rep, Shannon. Welcome, Shannon.
It's so great to be back. We were able to kind of bring the world of Viking to the group in January with our
Yeah.
Happy New Year message. And I'm sorry I missed you all in February. It's busy around here. It's wave season for cruise lines. So we're
Hey.
really busy out there promoting Viking, just like all of you, I'm sure, letting everybody how special Viking is. And I know a lot of you have already done some Christmas market cruises and some other Viking experiences. So today, I didn't really want to talk about Christmas markets because we're going to talk about that again in the future.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to talk about our spring sale and also some tips and tricks with Viking. So most of you know that Sally and I are not only great partners, but really good friends as well. So just remember, it's always really important to be aware of those special offers that Viking is putting out every month. And I know a lot of you already get the emails in your inbox, and that's great. But do remember that Sally is always aware of every special offer Viking has. So if you are thinking about what's next for you on Viking, definitely reach out to her, have a conversation with her through email, simply just, what you're looking at doing, and she will be able to find the best offer. Not always are our offers public, right? Or in the brochure. So I just kind of wanted to bring some tips and tricks about, what's next for you, how to get the best offers on Viking. And then certainly, I love Sally and her team at Vacations by Design. So if you're looking to work with someone, I think that would be great. So today, once again, we're happy to bring you the world of Viking. We love our Christmas markets, river cruising. It is such an vital part to what we do every year. But boy, oh boy, right, Sally? I know you're about to go on a Viking Ocean cruise in
Correct. Yeah.
next month, right? And so
Yeah.
there's a whole world out there. So forget about the fact that there's a way that Viking can get you to that world. I want you all thinking about what is next for you. We have 7 continents that we're going to, 95 countries, 403 ports, 5 oceans, 20 rivers, and all 5 of the Great Lakes. So definitely get your Christmas markets locked and loaded. I know that Sally has some great groups too going. So always ask her when her special sailings are with Viking. But I want you all thinking about what's next for you, right? So today I'm going to bring you some of our special March sales. So this is some of our spring sales. When you work with the travel advisor, it is really, really, really beneficial to you. Not only is Sally and her team going to be able to bring you that expert guidance, we are in communication all the time. So you're going to get all those travel tips. You're going to get, just different thinking out of the box concepts. One of the things that's trending with Viking is, adding 2 cruises. So we call them butterfly cruises, back to back cruises. So you'll take, say, one 7-night sailing, and then you'll piggyback it with another 7-night sailing. So that's trending with us. We're seeing our guests go for longer. They're not just going for 7 nights. They're maybe going for 14 nights, 15 days, or the other thing is maybe they're really bringing some extensive pre and post extensions, right? So again, Sally isn't here just to help you with Christmas markets. Her and her team can also build out really great journeys for you on the front and the back end. right? So spending more time in Switzerland, spending more time in Italy, spending more time in Prague, spending
Right.
more time in France, you know, really leveraging the best opportunities for you and your vacation, right? Nobody wants to see anybody just go on a 7 night river cruise. We want to see you explore more. We want to see you take maybe a river cruise. Some people combo a river cruise with an ocean cruise in the same time that they're over abroad, right? So much expertise you can get, plus the exclusive pricing. And we're going to talk about some added value amenities that we have introduced to you this month for booking through Vacations by Design. So we are in Europe, as you know, the Rhine, the Danube, the Seine River in Paris. Like, so you can go do the Normandy beaches and do an amazing experience from Paris round trip. Bordeaux, if you love the wine region, right? The south of France. If you have not considered the south of France on the Rhone, this may be your next river. If you do it in the month of June, all the lavender will be in bloom. So this is when you go from Lyon to Avignon. You could do pre and post extensions in Barcelona, Geneva, Nice. So terrific trip. Ask the team about that cruise. I love Lyon and Provence. Okay. You also have the Douro River, Portugal. If you're thinking about the Douro River, friends, we are sold out for 2025. We're going to be sold out for 2026 soon. If this is something you want to do, round trip Porto with the pre in Lisbon, I want you thinking about booking that ASAP because the space won't be there if you wait. Egypt, we
Sure.
have currently 5 ships. We're bringing 5 more. We'll have 10 ships in Egypt. The Nile is amazing. We're offering terrific pre and post extensions. You can do Jordan, you could do Turkey. We're adding some new extensions. I'm not sure if they're out yet, but you'll see some stuff in Greece coming. Keep an eye on these fully guided extensions Viking is putting into play. So this is where you'll be with the tour guide the entire time when you're on land doing your pre and post extensions. So again, you have a lot of opportunities here. We have 2 new ships on the Mekong. You know, Egypt and the Mekong and the Douro, you know, Egypt's 84 passengers, the Mekong, 84 passengers. These are really small ships. Plus, closer to home, the Viking, Mississippi. So you can do the entire America's Great River. You could just do the lower portion of the Mississippi River, like Memphis to New Orleans. And again, our expedition ships that are built for the polar regions. You can go to Antarctica, the Arctic, but where are they in the summer? They're in the Great Lakes. So if you want to stay a little closer to home, you know, don't forget about those opportunities. Our ocean ships, one of the things that a lot of people aren't aware of, the ocean ships, we do not pull them out of the Mediterranean in the winter months. So you can do a quiet season med cruise. So this is doing the Med in October and November, some sailings in December, some over New Year's. Now, I got to tell you, I think this is the best thing that we can offer, right? Because imagine being in Athens, doing the Greek Isles, doing the Adriatic, so Croatia, Venice, all of that. Also, the Western Med, Barcelona to Rome, right? All of those itineraries in the winter months. In the summer, it's crowded. It's hot. I was in Pompeii in August. It was 102 degrees.
Yeah.
We were literally melting. So for you out there, I really encourage you to talk to the team and find out what opportunities are for you in the Med. This means you may get in to see the Statue of David. You'll get into that cathedral. You'll get in to sites that normally in the summer months, when people think they should be doing the Mediterranean, you can't get into. Listen, if you're not going to be laying on the beaches and swimming in the Med every day, I'd really encourage you to take advantage of the value and the quiet season Med cruising. Remember, Viking's ocean ships have a retractable roof swimming pool, right? So you can still swim, you can still go to the spa, you enjoy all of the beautiful ocean ships, you know, everything, small ships. Remember, the ocean ships are 930 passengers. So they're going to be able to take you right into the heart of these destinations. At the end of this presentation, we're going to show you some sales. We have a sale right now for 2025. So I hope you're still listening, because if you can travel this year on river and ocean, we have amazing spring sales. Some of our ocean sailings for this summer, okay, June through August, are actually offering free air. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But here's some itineraries people love: going into the midnight sun, Iceland, the British Isles Explorer, which you also get the opportunity on that itinerary to see Norway. We have a great trip going out of New York, going up the eastern seaboard into Canada, across the Labrador Sea to Greenland, Iceland. That's on sale. So, hey, if you can travel this summer, awesome. We also have Australia, New Zealand, Asia, Japan, China. I really encourage you to go to Viking.tv, listen to some of the presentations on these really great exotic destinations, and then reach out to Sally, and she's going to be able to find for you some of the best pricing: Panama Canal, Central America, Caribbean, if you again want to stay a little closer to home, Amazon in the Caribbean, South America, Chilean fjords. So again, Viking can bring you the world. We can bring you every continent. We have so much to offer you, and we take that Viking experience, that Viking philosophy, which is no kids, right? No casinos, right? Small ships, destination focus. We bring that to you, that experience, on every single sailing. That is threaded through our Viking philosophy, through every experience. So we're always going to be focused on the destination. We're always going to be traveling without children. You have to be 18 to sail on us. We're going to have the small vessels that take you right into the heart of the ports. When you're in Monte Carlo, you were looking up at the Monte Carlo casino. 9 out of 10 times, folks, you're going to be pulling right in alongside of the yachts and the sailboats into the heart of these destinations in Croatia, in Greece, and there's nothing like it. I tell you, this is like a floating boutique hotel. You can take those 15-day itineraries, because this feels like a residence. This feels like a very small luxury hotel taking you from port to port without that hassle of packing and unpacking. So we're here today for a brief presentation. More will be coming throughout the course of the year, but we wanted to tell you about this amazing sale for the spring in the month of March. So remember, this promotion ends at the end of March. Vacations by Design will be offering a $200 per person shipboard credit. You all know how much we include: the meals, one shore excursion for every port of call, the Wi-Fi, wine and beer is included at lunch and dinner. So really, these shipboard credits go an awful long way. You can use them towards optional shore excursions, so things you're doing on top of the included tour. You can use it towards our silver spirits package. So if you love having your drinks, your martinis, your gin and tonics, right, your bourbons, you just add the spirits package on. It's $27 per person per day. You can drink your spirits. You can, not have to be limited to anything at any time of the day. So you can add that with the shipboard credit. You can add your gratuities. Gratuities are $20 per person per day. So really a terrific way to use these shipboard credits that Vacations by Design is offering you. We also have really great offers for 2025 sailing. So if you are able to travel this year, you still can squeeze in one more vacation, especially if it's got a great value attached to it. Remember, the deposits are $25 per person. We'll probably be looking for final payment closer in, because you're sailing this year. But you can always cancel, right? We have a great cancellation penalty at Viking. It's up to 120 days prior. It's just $100 fee. This is all last minute inventory, so we want you really thinking about this like ASAP. We have a flash sale going on right now. Sally, I think, is already bringing it up to the group. This is for 2025 June through August ocean sailings. The Ancient Mediterranean Treasures itinerary, the Mediterranean Odyssey, which is one of my favorite. There's several dates. We're offering free airfare and complimentary Silver Spirits package. So free airfare, complimentary Silver Spirits package on these longer sailings. And the value of that is just terrific. Now, air minimally is going to be $1,500 per person, right? To Europe. So going during this great time, you can probably get into one of our standard or deluxe veranda cabin categories, right? We have also British Isles Explorer, a few sailings, Iceland and Norway's Arctic Explorer, Iceland, British Isles, and Iberia, iconic Iceland and Greenland, that itinerary I was showing you from New York to Reykjavik, into the midnight sun, Alaska, a few sailings on sale for Alaska. This is not going to be back next month, so definitely take advantage of this. Empires of the Mediterranean, which is Athens to Venice, or Venice to Athens, so a few of those sailings. Iceland, trade routes of the Middle Ages. I love that itinerary. Take a look at that one. And we even have one transatlantic crossing itinerary if you ever had the need and desire to do that. But this is a flash sale. This is technically ending March 9th. So Sally's going to put that in the notes. If you're looking at this, the free air to Europe and the complimentary Silver Spirits package and low pricing, I really encourage you all to look at that quick. If
And
you're
we, are
looking,
we, I'm sorry to interrupt, but are we able to add the spring sale vacations by design $200 shipboard credit on
yes,
of that?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
and then we're for members of our group, we're going to double that. So it's $400 shipboard credit on
Yeah,
top
so it's two
free
hundred
air.
dollars per person and $400
Yeah,
for
that's a lot.
stateroom, right? So
That's a good deal.
it's a great offer. So yeah, so you're minimally going to have a $400 stateroom credit plus the free air plus the Silver Spirit. So if you're looking at trying Viking Ocean and you can squeeze us in this summer, pick
Do
up
it.
one of those, because again, that airfare, the value of that's $1,500. So Sally, I know you're going to kind of like tease this a little
Yeah,
in the notes of this presentation. That would be the biggest urgency that I see right now. It
yeah.
may get extended, it may not, but right now that is $25 per person to at least hold that, think about it, and then deposit that. That risk is not a lot, $25 so per person. So definitely think about that. Now here's the other one that is really unbelievable. I saw this Rhine getaway itinerary, June through November. Any sailings that have availability, Sally has the list of sailings that are available, so she can walk through that with you. 1999 is the lead-in rate plus $250 per person discount. So that is 1749. I've never seen pricing that low on
Really
a
low.
and the airfare is still pretty reasonable. It's, I think it was like $7.99, $8.99, $9.99.
Right.
So Sally and her team can help you with that. But that is an amazing lead-in rate. Also for the romantic Danube, 2,229. There's also, I saw one of my favorite itineraries, Cities of Light, in September. So
Mhm.
3,799 less 250 per person, right? Plus you'll get the discounted air, right? So not free air. But then there's even a Christmas time in Paris. There's some space there. So if
There's
anybody
one,
wants,
yeah, so there's one Christmas market sailing
there
on
is.
this. And Christmas time in Paris and Normandy is a great, um, sometimes the husband doesn't want to go to Christmas markets again or at all. And this is a really good, you can do the history and Paris and the markets, so it kind of brings everything all together. It's definitely a good option to take a look at.
It is. It's a great option. I also see some Mississippian, and Sally, I'm going to share
Mm,
some other great opportunities for you too. But if anybody on this listening in wants to think about the Mississippi, this is really good pricing. Mississippi tends to skew, a little higher. We have our American crew. It's a fantastic itinerary. But look at this one. One of my favorites is the Mississippi Delta Explorer. I
yeah.
also love the Big Easy to the gateway cities, all
Yeah,
of that. I mean, that's
nice.
a long sailing doing the entire Mississippi. We have America's Great River, that's in July, 15 days. I mean, these are really, again, great pricing for the Delta Explorer and for New Orleans Southern Charms. That's round trip New Orleans, starting at 34.99. So again, you have some great opportunities. Egypt is also on sale. So
Hmm.
that pharaohs and pyramids itinerary. So Sally's going to be well versed on all that. If you're thinking Egypt, let me tell you, this is once in a lifetime. I do events all the time, and people come up to me. They've just gotten done with the Egypt trip. They absolutely love it. Again, exotics, if you want to go to China, I know we don't think about it, but we are taking you down the coast of China, not the Yangtze. And that's another great opportunity. So look at this. And there was, look at Lyon and Provence, July, August, October, 2699 less 250. And there was some free air on that too. So please reach out. Now's the time to squeeze in that extra trip in 2025. This is when you're going to get the best Viking offers for that last minute inventory. We will likely be sold out in the next coming months. So think about us. Grab that trip you were thinking about. Geez, Paris to the Swiss Alps is on here in October. I love doing Europe in October. The weather's fantastic. That's another really great opportunity for great pricing. Wow.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I encourage you all to be thinking about that. If you have a booking already with Viking, we have always our opportunity for you to get to schedule your next booking before you go. So the key to this is you want to do it before you go, right? This is going to give you extended final payment, so you don't have to pay us until 180 days prior, so 6 months prior to that sailing date. So say you book something in 2027, please book that 2027 before you go on your 2025 trip or your 2026 trip. The tip with Viking is always have two bookings, always, no matter what. Their deposits are super, super low, $25 per person to lock in those dates, that stateroom you want, right? And because you have a booking with us that hasn't departed, you're going to get up to $500 off per person. All right. So this is a really, really good opportunity. It doesn't include world cruises. So any of you that are really feeling adventurous and want to do a world cruise, book those as well, because those sell out pretty fast. So
And
you
again,
have
if you
this.
do it in March, if you book it by the end of the month, then you'll get the double Christmas market group shipboard credit. So that's
Ooh,
$400. So that's on top of the
yep.
250 off per
All of
person
this.
plus a
Yep.
$400 shipboard credit. So it's
Yes. So for
a
this,
rich offer.
yes,
Yeah.
for all of you that are on this, a part of this group, Sally is offering this $400 per cabin, 200 per person, which is terrific, and
Right.
that's to the end of this month, right? So I really, this is the time to really get in front of her and talk about her with her and her team. What is next for you? So they can really figure out which is the best promotion. Now, the one we're looking at right now, again, this is for anyone that's listening that has a booking on Viking that has not sailed yet, This is where we can get really creative with you, because remember, we're talking about those tips and those tricks, right? So if you wanted to use this promotion, so no other promotion, this is your promotion up to $500 off, and you are happen to be sailing in the next 35 days, we can add that promotion to this promotion. So you're technically double dipping. This is why you're all listening in, because Sally can actually put this Bon Voyage program on, right? So this is like all the onboard booking benefits you would get. So you don't have to wait till you're on board. She could put all of the onboard booking benefits on for you. All right. And then on top of that, with this program, she can add a promo code. So she'll and her team will decide what is the best promotion that makes sense to double dip. You all know we all love that those words, double dip promotions, right? So you'll get that plus an additional $100 shipboard credit, plus you'll get these discounts. So again, I know it's confusing. Don't let it confuse you, because they're going to walk you through it all. There's lots of promotions. We're going to find the best promotion that fits your needs and what's next for you, and then figure out when you're traveling and if we can even leverage this sailing on top of that. So we want to thank you. I want to thank you again for listening in and learning a little bit more about what March has to offer you, and these great promotions. But remember, the most important thing for all of you to know is not the promotions, but to be thinking about what you're doing next on Viking. We are the cruise line that's number one with Condé Nast, number one with Travel and Leisure, number one with Food and Wine, number one. And what does that mean? We sell out fast, right? So that's why we ask for that final payment early on. That's why we have our little things about Viking. We want to make sure we're locking you into not 25 only, but 26 and 27. You can pay closer into your sail dates by always leveraging that second booking. So remember, the trick and the number one tip to really good Vikings out there is to never ever come home from a Viking journey without having that other one booked, right? You want to always have the two bookings. Once you depart on that cruise and you leave that cruise, you no longer get those benefits. You don't get the 6-month final payment benefit. That's 6 months to your sail date. All right. You don't get that. You lose that. You lose the extra onboard credits. You lose those extra discounts. So I highly encourage you all. I know it feels a little awkward if you have one plan to plan another, but remember, Viking is on sale through 2027. So you really want to lock us in not only to get all those extra benefits and savings, but you want to make sure that you're getting the space, because finding that stateroom you want, especially if you like that veranda or that French balcony on river, or you want that, that penthouse, right, on Viking. If you want those higher categories, or you like where your stateroom's located, you're concerned about where your stateroom's located, you have to book Viking early. And that is my final note to all of you. Take my advice. Sally, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. We want to be here to
Absolutely.
support you.
Yeah, I think to wrap it up, honestly, there's so much information and it's hard for us to get it all in on a 10-minute drop. But so the point is just reach out to me. You can find me at the top of the group. You can find my email. You can private message me. And that way, whatever it is that you're looking to do, I can speak to you and find the best offer that works for what it is that you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, if you're a member of this group, you're going to pay the least amount booking with Viking. That
Yes.
that's the bottom line. So
Yes, yes.
uh,
And your great service, and
yes,
also the access to me. So
yes.
Sally has my personal cell phone number. If you need something, if we need to fix something, or if we try to see if we can clear space, especially on these closer in sailings, we're here for you. We want this group to know, like, Viking is your cruise line. We're here to support you through Sally and her team. So please, definitely reach out to her. We're just super excited to hear what's next for you all.
Thank you so much for being such an incredible partner. And it's such a lovely group with so many helpful, kind people. And it's so nice to know that we can offer this to everyone. And I always say on these videos, sometimes the world doesn't look so great. So just come into the group and let it all go. And we all plan our
Yes,
travel to where
yes,
we're going to go next. And it's just a lovely place to be for a little while, right?
yes, it's so true. And for anybody that's already taken advantage of these tips and tricks, right? You are those Vikings out there that know how to really leverage the best of your Viking sailings. Please put a little note into the comments of this video. We would
Yeah.
love to hear that. Yes, you book on board. Yes, remember, if you book on board and you book through Sally, that goes right back to Sally too. So here's the thing: we want to know what you're doing. We want to know if you have any other tips and tricks. Like, please share
Absolutely.
them, because there is a little bit of a science to Viking because of our inventory and where we sail. So we want you to be also. I know sometimes you guys are better than I am
I was
at the
just
tips
going to
and
say
tricks.
that I've learned so much from everyone in the group, and so many of you know more than I do. You've been on so many Viking sailings, so yeah, that would be great if you could pop a comment in. That would be very helpful.
Yes, yes. And again, Sally's got all the special sailings, the dates, those, itineraries. So they're on select sailing. So make sure you're checking in with the team over there at Vacations by Design. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Shannon.
Bye, everyone. I'll
Bye
be back.
bye. See you
I'll
soon.
be back. All right.